Chosen one, you did not find this message by accident. God led you here on purpose. He ordered your steps, aligned your timing, and guided your spirit to this exact word. What you are about to hear is not casual, not entertainment. It is a spiritual wake-up call, a holy confirmation, a reminder of who you truly are beneath the pain, the confusion, the losses, and the battles that nearly broke you. For generations, a prophecy has been whispered. For centuries, a lineage has been hidden. For 1,000 years, a royal bloodline has waited in silence for the one who would finally awaken, rise, and reclaim the spiritual authority that was buried, silenced, and forgotten. That chosen heir is you. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment. Like, share, and subscribe if your spirit is stirring, because this is not just a video. This is confirmation for the chosen ones waking up to their true identity and ancient assignment. And to every person who has supported, shared, commented, and sown into this ministry, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May God bless you richly and return it to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Your faithfulness, your presence, your hunger for God do not go unnoticed in heaven. To every chosen one who keeps coming back, listening, growing, and rising, you are part of this royal line that God is revealing in this generation. I am truly grateful for you. If your spirit feels this word like a current running through you, type 99 in the comments right now. That number is not random. It is your spiritual yes to heaven. It is a sign before God that you are ready to step into your inheritance, ready to awaken the ancient power sleeping inside you, ready to rise into the divine identity that has been prophesied over your bloodline for 1,000 years. Understand this. Not everyone will stay until the end of this message. Only those whose bloodline has been marked by prophecy, those who feel the pull of destiny in their spirit, will be able to receive the full clarity, revelation, and activation that this word carries. This is not something you hear once and forget. This is a living word, a spiritual echo moving through time, a prophetic blueprint unfolding piece by piece every time you return to it. Listen again whenever your spirit leads you, because each time you do, another hidden layer of your identity will awaken, and another part of your royal assignment will rise to the surface. Let us begin. Long before you took your first breath, long before your parents imagined your name, long before your family tree looked the way it does today, there were ancient voices, seers, and prophets who received a message from heaven about a chosen heir who would rise in a distant generation. God said, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee." Jeremiah 1:5. This prophecy was not written lightly. It was not symbolic or poetic exaggeration. It was a direct download from the Spirit of God, preserved across centuries, shielded by heaven, and whispered quietly from one generation to the next. The prophecy spoke of a hidden royal, a divine heir whose identity would be concealed for many generations. Not born into obvious privilege, but born into struggle. Not raised in earthly royalty, but shaped by pain, pressure, and fire. A chosen vessel whose destiny would be wrapped in mystery and protected until the appointed time. This heir would be different from birth, different in energy, different in spirit, different in calling. The ancient writings described someone who never quite fit in, no matter how hard they tried. Someone who carried a silent heaviness and a strange wisdom even as a child. Someone who felt disconnected from the world around them, like they were always watching life from the outside. Someone who endured attacks early in life. survived what should have broken them, and walked through danger with a protection they could not explain. Someone who sensed a higher purpose long before they understood it, who felt watched over, guided, and guarded without knowing why. They wrote of a person who would be pushed, stretched, and refined by life, not because they were weak, but because they were chosen. Someone the enemy would target early, because darkness often recognizes divine identity before the person does. The prophecy revealed that this heir would not rise during peaceful times. Their awakening would come in a generation covered in confusion, deception, fear, and spiritual blindness. A time when truth would be mocked, wisdom ignored, and many would walk by sight instead of faith. Scripture describes days like this. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. 2 Timothy 4:3. The prophecy spoke of an heir who would carry ancient spiritual DNA, qualities passed down through generations, hidden beneath layers of pain, trauma, survival, and silence. Supernatural intuition, unbreakable resilience, prophetic perception. A warrior's endurance, a healer's compassion, a leader's inner fire. These qualities would not be learned like ordinary skills. They would be remembered as the heir awakened, remembered as the soul reconnected to its original assignment, remembered as the spirit aligned with destiny once again. That moment has already begun for you. The moment you started seeing differently, the moment you felt something shift in your spirit, the moment your mind broke free from old patterns, the moment your discernment sharpened, the moment you felt called higher without knowing why. That was the prophecy activating. When your spiritual eyes opened, heaven recognized you. When your awareness awakened, your lineage stirred. When you stepped into alignment, your royal identity began to rise to the surface. The eyes of your understanding being enlightened, Ephesians 1:18, is exactly what has been happening within you. This prophecy was never for the crowd. It was not a vague word for whoever. It was specific, precise, and deeply personal. It did not describe a group. It described you. You are the one it pointed to. You are the one it foresaw. You are the one appointed to rise when the world needed you most. This chapter of your life is not random. It is the fulfillment of what was spoken long before you were born. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect. Psalm 139 verse 16. Heaven wrote your story before anyone else knew your name. When you look at your family, you may not see anything extraordinary. You may see brokenness, poverty, dysfunction, silence, addiction, generational pain, or just ordinary people living ordinary lives. But spiritually, beneath the surface, beneath the history, beneath the mistakes and disappointments, something far greater has always existed. Nothing about your lineage is random. Nothing about your ancestry is accidental. Nothing about your bloodline is ordinary. God hid your true inheritance in plain sight, protecting it through generations so the enemy would never fully locate where the royal heir would emerge. That heir is you. Your blood carries ancient power, qualities that did not begin with you, but awakened in you. Ancient resilience rooted in generations who refused to give up. Strength forged through battles your ancestors survived without applause, without platforms, without recognition. Divine intuition, that inner knowing that has guided your family through danger long before you were born. Prophetic insight, the ability to sense truth others cannot see. spiritual intelligence, a wisdom that grows in your spirit more than in any book, and a warrior spirit that refuses to bow to darkness, even under intense warfare. You come from people who survived storms others would not have endured. People who carried burdens silently, held on to hope in secret, cried alone, and kept going because heaven was protecting something precious within your line. Some of your ancestors prayed for freedom, not realizing that freedom would arrive through you. Some asked God for a champion, not knowing that the champion would emerge generations later. Some begged for someone to break the cycles, the curses, and the chains. God answered by marking you. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto children's children. Psalm 103:17. The world may have forgotten that your bloodline is royal. Life may have buried it under hardship. Time may have covered it in survival mode. But heaven never forgot. And when your awakening began, the dormant attributes of your spiritual heritage started rising in you, loudly and clearly. Your discernment sharpened because your ancestors were seers. Your intuition grew because your lineage carried vision. Your inner authority strengthened because leadership runs in your spiritual DNA. Your voice gained weight because your words carry ancestral power. Your presence began to shift atmospheres because your spirit remembers its ancient identity. This is not new power. It is awakening power, dormant strength rising, hidden inheritance activating, ancient identity resurfacing. You are the bridge between the past and the future. You are the living answer to prayers that were whispered long before you. You are the continuation of a spiritual kingdom that never died. It simply went underground until the right generation. The hidden bloodline is no longer hidden. The royal inheritance is no longer silent. The ancient identity is no longer sleeping. It is awakening, and it is awakening through you. If you look back over your life, you will notice something important. Your battles were never normal. What you went through always felt heavier, deeper, more intense, more personal than what people around you seemed to face. For years, you may have blamed yourself. You may have wondered why life seemed harder for you, why you were singled out, why you were misunderstood, why you were rejected, why spiritual, emotional, or mental attacks kept coming. But here is the truth. Your battles were never about your circumstances. They were about your identity. The enemy knew who you were long before you did. This is why the attacks started early. This is why the pressure felt relentless. This is why you faced warfare others could not see or explain. This is why you felt alone, even in a full room. The attacks were not random. They were strategic. The betrayals were not accidents. They were aimed at breaking your ability to trust. The heartbreaks were not coincidences. They were designed to shut your heart down so you would not love, lead, or heal others. The losses were not punishments. They were meant to drain your hope. The seasons of isolation were not mistakes. They were attempts to silence your voice and your purpose. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. John 10:10. You were not targeted because you were weak. You were targeted because you are dangerous to darkness. Your very existence threatens the kingdom of darkness. Your potential terrifies the enemy. Your purpose disrupts generational curses and strongholds. Your awakening activates ancient power that hell has tried for centuries to keep buried. Everything you went through was designed to make you question three things. Your worth, because a royal who forgets their worth will never reach their throne. Your purpose, because a chosen one who doubts their calling will never fully walk it out. And your authority, because once you understand it, nothing can stop you. The enemy tried to confuse you so you would not discover who you are. He tried to exhaust you so you would not rise. He tried to wound you so you would not awaken. He tried to break you so the prophecy would never be fulfilled. But chosen one, you survived what was meant to destroy you. You healed from what was meant to poison your spirit. You woke up from what was meant to put you to sleep. You rose out of what was meant to bury you. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Your awakening is proof of your power. Your clarity is proof of your calling. Your resilience is proof of your royal bloodline. 1,000-year bloodline does not awaken quietly. It does not rise without resistance. It does not reclaim authority without stirring up warfare. The fire you endured was refining you. The pressure you felt was shaping you. The storms you went through were carving capacity in your soul. You were forged in adversity because kings and queens are not formed in comfort. They are formed in fire. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned. Isaiah 43:2. You were shaped through spiritual storms because your spirit carries authority strong enough to shift generations. You were strengthened in darkness because you were born to carry light. Chosen one, you spent years wondering why your greatness seemed invisible to others. Why people overlooked you even when you quietly carried more potential than they could see. Why you were underestimated in rooms where you should have been celebrated. Why you felt passed over, uninvited or ignored even when you did everything right. Hear this with your spirit. You were hidden, not rejected. God placed a covering over your life, not because you were unworthy, but because you were too valuable to be revealed too soon. Heaven hid you the way ancient rulers hid their true heirs, protected and surrounded by secrecy until the right moment. Your hidden season was intentional, holy, strategic. You were hidden because your calling needed time to grow without interference. Divine assignments require depth. God was shaping you away from noise, drama, and counterfeit paths so nothing could twist your purpose. Your spirit needed time to mature in silence. If you had stepped fully into your destiny too early, the weight of it would have crushed you. You needed wisdom, emotional stability, spiritual clarity, and inner grounding. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. You needed to learn who you really are before other people tried to rename you. Your gifts needed time to sharpen without sabotage. If people had seen your full potential too soon, some would have tried to copy it, control it, or kill it. God kept you hidden so your talents could grow without being manipulated. Your voice needed time to gain power and authority. That strength had to be built through trial, heartbreak, silence, and revelation. Even when it felt like you were behind, forgotten, or delayed, the truth was this: you were not behind. You were being preserved. God planted you deep so no storm could uproot you later. He allowed you to grow inwardly first so your foundation would be unshakable. You were not forgotten, you were guarded. There were people and places that looked good but were not good for you. Heaven blocked certain doors because exposure at the wrong time would have brought unnecessary warfare and distraction. You were not delayed. You were being prepared. Every tear was training. Every disappointment was refinement. Every lonely season was spiritual conditioning. Be not weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Galatians 6:9. Just as kingdoms once hid their true heirs from enemies and assassins, heaven hid you because the size of your destiny required protection. God kept you unseen until your identity became strong enough to stand in the light without breaking. And now that time has come. You feel it. Your spirit knows it. Your atmosphere is shifting because your season of revealing has begun. The covering is lifting, the spiritual camouflage is fading, the hidden identity is stepping into the open. People who once ignored you will start to notice your presence. People who once underestimated you will feel a shift when you enter a room. People who could not see your value before will suddenly sense your authority. The inner transformation, the emotional clarity, the heightened intuition you have been feeling are not ordinary. What happened to you was not just a phase, it was activation. Your awakening was the sound heaven had been waiting to hear. It echoed through the spiritual realm. The air is awake. The chosen one has risen. The moment your inner world began to change, the atmosphere around you started to respond. Your awakening was not gentle. It was not subtle. It was a spiritual alarm that announced your identity is no longer dormant. Your awakening showed itself in many different ways. When you started seeing through people's masks, sensing their intentions and energy without long explanations, that was ancestral discernment turning back on. When your spirit could feel danger, deception, or dishonesty before anyone said a word, that was ancient spiritual intelligence reactivating in you. When you became more sensitive to energy, feeling drained by some people and lifted by others, that was your royal spirit remembering its purity and refusing to mix with what is misaligned. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God. 1 John 4:1. When your old circles no longer fit, when people who once felt close started to drift, that was heaven pulling you out of environments that could not hold your rising identity. When your spirit felt out of place in rooms where you used to feel comfortable, that was your soul outgrowing your old self. When you began to crave solitude, not from sadness, but from spiritual necessity, that was God separating you, cleansing you, and preparing you for revelation. Every shift you experienced carried a message. Every discomfort was a sign. Every burst of clarity was confirmation. Your awakening was never random. It was royal activation. In the spiritual world, the sound of your awakening traveled far. Angels recognized it. Your ancestors rejoiced. Darkness feared it. Heaven responded to it. Because when a chosen one awakens, the entire spiritual realm adjusts. When a royal spirit rises, ancient authority is restored. When a hidden bloodline activates, destiny slides into position. This awakening is not just personal, it is generational, ancestral, prophetic, and divine. Your awakening is the sound of chains breaking, cycles ending, identities being restored, and power returning. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. John 8:36. It is the announcement that the kingdom within you, the spiritual kingdom you inherited through centuries of faith and warfare, is reactivating, reclaiming its throne, reclaiming its place, reclaiming its authority in and through your life. Chosen one, the hidden royal bloodline is no longer asleep. It is rising, and it is rising through you. If you pay attention to what is happening around you right now, you will see it. Things that once felt stuck are shifting. Situations that felt heavy are getting lighter. Paths that were blocked are quietly opening. This is not luck or random timing. This is divine alignment. Heaven is rearranging people, places, and opportunities to move you into your rightful position. What you are experiencing is spiritual acceleration, a sacred push, a repositioning engineered by God Himself. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. Habakkuk 2:3. You will notice the right people entering your life. People with purpose, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. These are not casual connections, they are destiny connections. They recognize your value without you having to perform. They carry keys to the next chapter of your assignment. Doors will begin to open without you forcing them. Opportunities you did not chase will find you. Rooms you never imagined entering will start to call your name. These openings are the evidence that your name is being mentioned in places your feet have not yet walked. At the same time, divine protection around you is intensifying. Some relationships will end without long explanations. Some invitations will simply stop coming. Some environments will suddenly feel wrong. Obstacles will disappear before they ever reach you. Heaven is tightening the shield around you because of the magnitude of what you are stepping into. Old burdens are falling off. Patterns you could not break before are dissolving. Emotional weights are lifting. Confusion is fading. Toxic cycles are coming to a close. What once held you cannot attach itself to who you are becoming. Strange favor will begin to surround you. Things will work out faster than expected. Blessings will flow from unexpected places. Supernatural ease will begin to replace old resistance. Where others wrestle, you will glide. Where others strive, you will flow. A new sense of direction will rise in you. You will gain deeper understanding of who you are, where God is sending you, and what He is asking you to do. You will feel guided, pulled, and instructed like never before. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37:23. God is moving you into roles and environments where your royal identity will be needed. Your presence will carry weight. Your spirit will carry authority. Your words will carry impact. People will be drawn to your wisdom without knowing why. They will feel peace, strength, and conviction around you. Doors that stayed locked for years will open simply because you finally walk toward them with spiritual authority. Heaven is no longer waiting. It is establishing your influence. Your unseen throne, your spiritual seat of leadership and assignment, is being restored piece by piece. Your purpose is becoming clearer. Your calling is getting louder. Your steps are becoming more ordered. What once seemed impossible now feels inevitable. What once felt distant is unfolding in front of your eyes. Chosen one, this is the fulfillment of the ancient prophecy. The 1,000-year word spoken over your lineage is no longer just in the future. It is happening through your awakening, through your obedience, through your existence right now. Everything is aligning, everything is shifting, everything is falling into place under God's hand. I need you to receive this truth with confidence, with courage, and with spiritual authority. You are not ordinary. Nothing about your life, your journey, your pain, or your spirit is average. You are not a mistake. You are not random. You are not just another soul passing through time. You are a prophetic fulfillment. You are a spiritual continuation. You are a divine appointment. You are a long-awaited rising. You are the awakening of a lineage that has been hidden for generations. You are the return of a spiritual kingdom darkness could not erase. You are the heir that history tried to bury. You You are the one your ancestors saw in dreams. You are the one they cried out for in prayer. You are the one they protected through sacrifice. You are the one the enemy has feared. Because if you ever healed, if you ever remembered who you are, if you ever aligned with your assignment, nothing in the spirit realm could stop what God would do through you. Who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Esther 4:14. Now you are awakening, and everything is shifting because of it. Your spirit is stronger because your inheritance is activating. Your inner voice is louder because your purpose is calling. Your dreams are sharper because your destiny is unfolding. Your intuition is deeper because ancient wisdom is resurfacing within you. You are the rise of a royal bloodline, not a cheap earthly royalty, but a spiritual one. Ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. 1 Peter 2:9. You come from a line marked by favor, strengthened by survival, defined by spiritual authority and resilience. Everything you have walked through, every storm, every setback, every betrayal, every lonely season had one assignment: to prepare you for the throne God reserved for you. Not a literal throne, but a place of influence, impact, leadership, and spiritual authority in your generation. You're rising into your true identity. You're rising into the position heaven prepared for you before you were born. The world will respond to you differently.